Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let me ask you something important. Have you ever felt that even after spending 10, 15 years in school, real life still feels confusing? You studied hard, passed exams, got degrees, but no one really explained how life actually works. In today's video, I'm going to share untold secrets they never taught you in school. Lessons that are brutally honest, deeply practical, and extremely useful in real life. Make sure you watch till the end, because the last point can completely change the way you think about your life.
When we were kids, no one ever made health feel urgent. Eat your veggies, go outside and play. Don't forget to sleep. It all sounded boring, routine, optional. But then life happened. Deadlines piled up, stress climbed, energy drained, mood swings hit, focus disappeared. And suddenly, the things we ignored in our youth, the basics, mattered more than we realized. Sleep, exercise, mental health, these aren't flashy hacks or quick fixes. They're the foundation, the system your whole life runs on. Want more energy, focus, emotional stability? It starts here. Not with fancy diets, not with extreme workouts, with consistency. Showing up for your body daily, even in small ways, pays off in ways school never taught us to value. Sharper mind, calmer emotions, stronger resilience. Health feels boring because it works quietly, but miss it and everything else, career, relationships, happiness, struggles to keep up. The truth is simple. Treat your body like the system it is, and your life will follow. Neglect it, and nothing else works as well as it should. Small habits, daily consistency, and respect for your body. That's the real secret everyone overlooks. I remember sitting in a classroom, staring at the clock, waiting for the bell like it was a finish line. The rules were simple back then. Memorize the chapter, repeat it on the test, don't ask too many questions. If you followed instructions well enough, you were labeled smart. School taught us that success had a formula, but life never got the memo. Because the first time life tests you, it doesn't hand you a question paper. There's no syllabus, no multiple choice answers neatly waiting for you. Just a problem you didn't study for, and a timer that won't stop. Life doesn't ask, what's the definition? It asks, what are you going to do now? When your plan collapses, when you fail publicly, when rejection hits harder than expected, when the path you were promised suddenly disappears, none of that shows up in textbooks. In school, pressure lasts until the exam ends. In life, pressure shows up on random Tuesdays. Rejection isn't a red mark on paper, it's an email that never comes, a door that quietly closes. Uncertainty isn't a trick question, it's not knowing if your effort will pay off at all. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The people who thrive aren't always the ones who scored the highest. They're the ones who learned how to think when instructions were missing, the ones who could learn fast after failing, the ones who adapted when reality didn't match the plan. Because information is everywhere now. You can look up facts in seconds, but you can't Google resilience. You can't download courage. You can't copy-paste judgment. Life rewards a different skill set. The ability to stay calm when things go wrong. The courage to try without guarantees. The flexibility to change direction without losing yourself. School trains you to pass exams. Life trains you to handle chaos. And the real education begins the moment you realize this. Your value isn't in what you remember. It's in how you respond when nothing goes according to script. That's the lesson no classroom teaches, but every life eventually demands.
For a long time, we were told there was a straight road to success. Study hard, get good grades, land a good job, live a good life. It sounded safe, predictable, almost guaranteed. So we chased marks like they were golden tickets. A+ felt like approval. Report cards felt like destiny. The message was clear. If you're doing well here, you'll be fine out there. But then out there arrived. and that promise started to crack. Some of the brightest students, top of the class, perfect scores, found themselves stuck, not because they weren't intelligent, but because real life didn't care about how well they memorized answers. It cared about how well they handled people, pressure, and problems that didn't come with instructions. Meanwhile, some of the average students quietly moved ahead. They weren't always the best test takers, but they learned how to talk to people, how to show up every day, how to keep going when motivation disappeared, how to fail without quitting. Life has a different grading system. It rewards the person who can explain ideas clearly, the one who can listen, negotiate, and adapt, the one who controls their emotions instead of being controlled by them, the one who shows discipline on boring days, not just talent on good ones. No exam measures that. Grades measure how well you perform in a controlled environment. Life measures how you perform when nothing is controlled. That's why good grades don't guarantee success, and never did. They're not useless, but they're temporary, a phase, a chapter. Skills are different. Communication, emotional intelligence, consistency, self-belief. Those don't expire when school ends. They compound over time. So if your grades aren't perfect, don't panic. And if they are, don't relax too much. Because long after report cards are forgotten, the skills you build quietly decide the life you live. In school, there's an unspoken rule you learn early. Don't raise your hand unless you're sure. Don't speak unless your answer is perfect. Mistakes are embarrassing. Silence is safer. So you wait. You wait until you feel ready. You wait until you feel confident. You wait until fear goes away. And most of the time, you never speak. Life flips that rule completely. Out here, no one waits for you to feel confident. Opportunities show up before you're ready. Conversations move fast. Chances pass quietly. And if you stay silent, the world doesn't slow down for you. Real life teaches a harder, truer lesson. You speak first. You act first. You stumble first. Then, only then, confidence shows up. Every confident person you admire, they weren't born that way. They were nervous, awkward, unsure. Their hands shook, their voice cracked. They said the wrong thing more than once. The difference wasn't fearlessness, it was movement. They didn't wait to feel confident. They acted while feeling scared. They spoke and messed up. They tried and failed. They survived the embarrassment they thought would destroy them. And something important happened every time. Nothing ended. The world didn't collapse. People moved on. They learned, they adjusted, they improved. Confidence didn't arrive as a feeling first. It arrived as proof. Proof that they could handle failure. Proof that mistakes weren't fatal. Proof that action was survivable. That's why confidence isn't built by thinking, visualizing, or waiting. It's built by doing, especially when you feel unready. School trains you to avoid mistakes. Life rewards you for making them early. So if you're waiting to feel confident before you act, flip the order. Act first, learn fast. Confidence will catch up. In school, numbers were neat. Algebra, fractions, equations that always had an answer. But nobody ever taught us about the numbers that matter in real life. How to budget when rent is due. How to save when the paycheck feels tiny. How your own emotions, fear, guilt, envy, pride, can empty your wallet faster than any bill ever could. So we grow up thinking money is just math, but most money problems are emotional, not financial. We know people who earn a lot but never seem to save a cent. Why? Because every raise is met with bigger expenses, new gadgets, nicer apartments, fancier dinners. The more they earn, the more slips through their fingers. And yet, the solution is simple, if we had been taught it. Don't save what's left after spending. Spend what's left after saving. It's a small shift, but it changes everything. Money isn't just about numbers, it's about habits, discipline, and mindset. It's about understanding why we spend, not just how much we have. Most financial stress doesn't come from lack of income. It comes from lack of self-control, lack of planning, lack of awareness. School gave us the tools to solve equations. Life asks us to solve ourselves. And the sooner we understand that, the sooner money stops controlling us and we start controlling it.
I used to think that a degree was everything, that a certificate on the wall was proof that doors would open automatically, that if I just studied hard enough, life would roll out a red carpet. Then reality showed up. Because people don't remember the classes you aced or the papers you wrote, they remember how you made them feel. They remember your attitude when things went wrong. They remember whether you inspired confidence or doubt. A sharp mind without soft skills can be invisible. A kind, confident attitude can make opportunities appear out of nowhere. Think about it. The colleague who listens before they speak. The friend who stays calm under pressure. The manager who treats everyone with respect. These are the people people notice. These are the people people trust. Soft skills, communication, listening, confidence, respect aren't optional extras. They're what keep doors open long after a degree has faded from memory. Degrees can open doors, yes, but attitude is what decides whether you walk through them or whether they quietly close behind you. The real lesson? Education gives you knowledge, attitude gives you influence, and influence, that's what creates lasting opportunities in life. School can teach facts, life remembers feelings. The question is, when people remember you, what do you want them to feel? In school, failure felt like the end of the world. A red mark on your paper, a low grade on a test, a teacher's disappointed look. It came with shame, fear, embarrassment. So we learned to avoid it, to play it safe, to stick to the answers we knew were right. Then, life happened, and failure stopped being a one-time controlled event. It became a constant companion. Every successful person you admire has a history full of missteps, ideas that flopped, projects that crashed, doors that slammed shut, plans that fell apart spectacularly. But here's the twist. Each failure was really feedback. It told them what didn't work. It taught them what to change. It revealed gaps they couldn't see from the safety of success. The only real failure is quitting. If you're learning, you're not losing. You're gathering intelligence. You're building resilience. You're taking notes for your next attempt. Life doesn't punish failure. It punishes stagnation. It punishes giving up when the lesson is still unfinished. So the next time you stumble, remind yourself, this isn't the end. This is a clue. This is a step forward, not a step back. Fail, learn, adjust, try again. That's how progress works. That's how growth works. And that's how life works, far beyond the red marks of school. Growing up, it felt like the world was keeping score. Good grades? Approval. Polite behavior? Approval. Following all the rules? Approval. We learned early, the more people liked you, the safer you were. So we tried and tried and tried. But then life happened. Because no matter how hard you work, how kind you are, or how perfectly you follow the rules, someone will still be unhappy. A boss will criticize you, a friend will misunderstand you, a family member will disapprove. Trying to please everyone isn't just impossible, it's exhausting. It slowly erodes your mental peace. You lose yourself trying to fit everyone else's expectations. The real breakthrough comes when you realize this. Maturity isn't about pleasing everyone. It's about respecting everyone while living according to your own values. It's saying no when it matters. It's standing firm when your principles are at stake. It's choosing what feels right, even if it ruffles a few feathers. People will always have opinions. They will always judge. And that's okay, because the people who truly matter will respect you for being authentic. The rest, they were never meant to carry your happiness anyway. Life doesn't ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be real.
and real is far more freeing than liked. If this video gave you even a little value, show some love. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. I want to know which secret hit you the hardest, and don't forget to share this with someone who really needs to hear it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.